entertainmentbuddha.com.
Shut up, clock in, and load up.
Okay, well, I almost threw my back out with that little stunt. So, Black Ops 4. I haven't really played a Call of Duty game, at least seriously, in a long time. Like, probably not since Modern Warfare 3, and even that I didn't enjoy that much. Modern Warfare 2 is pretty much the peak of it for me. That was a plateau. I never got any more excited about Call of Duty than that, and I'm sure that pretty much everybody else shares my sentiment with that. I've purchased or been gifted multiple games since then. I got Ghosts for the Xbox One because it was like the first, or one of the first games you could get for the Xbox One, and it sucked. I'm not the only one that thinks that, right? That game sucked, right? I've also gotten Advanced Warfare because I was vaguely interested in the change of concept of the whole exosuit thing, and we see how well that turned out. Oh yeah, Kevin Spacey was in it too, but we don't talk about that. So what do I think about Black Ops 4? It's great. It's good. It's great. It's not... When you take all the modes together, multiplayer, zombies, and Blackout being amazing, and multiplayer being good, and zombies being somewhere between amazing and good. When it all evens out, it's great. It's not amazing as a whole package. If Blackout was its own game and there was a bunch of different maps, or if Blackout was just free, then I think it could really be amazing. It could really be like maybe the Fortnite killer, but I don't think it will be because Fortnite it's endlessly attainable. It's on like every current system, even the Switch. It's on phones. It's everywhere. It's free. All you have to pay for is V-Bucks or the Battle Pass, and even that, like, you don't have to pay for that. If you don't want to, you can be a disgusting no-skin like me the 3 times I've played the game. Yeah, not really a huge fan of most Battle Royale games, I should say that ahead of time. But Blackout really amazed me with what it does differently from other games. And I should say, even though I don't like a lot of Battle Royale games, I have played the big ones. I've played PUBG, I've played Fortnite, I even played a little Darwin Project. I played some of the earlier kind of Battle Royale games before it became the way that we think of it now, like Ark, games like that. I've played those, and it just never really got me. The whole fight until you're the only one left, I was never a huge fan of it, but Blackout has seriously changed that. Like, Blackout is great. I think that Blackout is better than anything else. I think that objectively, it's on par with, or just slightly under Fortnite. I think in general opinion, I think more people are still going to play Fortnite than Call of Duty, but maybe not. That's what people said about PUBG. When Fortnite came around, I was like, PUBG will be fine. And now PUBG is like licking Fortnite's boots, basically. So, without further ado, let's move on to the actual review. I didn't play it on PC. I played it on Xbox. Go to the Xbox. Go to that zone. As somebody who hasn't played a Call of Duty game for more than 5 minutes since Advanced Warfare, I had zero hype for Black Ops 4. I was given the opportunity to take part in the beta for the multiplayer, and boy oh boy was I completely nonplussed. It was fine, serviceable, exactly what you'd expect from a Call of Duty game if you've played any of them in the last 5 years or so. I couldn't find a particular specialist that I really liked though, and for a game that's 95% multiplayer, that felt like a disappointment.
I also got to check out Blackout, which was marginally more exciting, and that's coming from someone who basically swore off Battle Royale games. Of course, both of these experiences were very short. They were beta tests, not the full game, and I was willing to give the game a try when it came out. Fortunately for my wallet, we got a lovely review copy, so I am very much appreciative of that. And it meant that I actually got to play the game as soon as it came out. You know, rather than my broke ass waiting for it to go on sale for half price. Speaking of money, I was pretty pleasantly surprised with Black Ops 4 for not really shoving microtransactions in my face. I was pretty cynical going into this because I thought for sure that the game was going to boot up and be like, hey, want to get some skins for Blackout? I'm aware that that's a pretty low standard to have when it comes to a video game, but this is Activision Blizzard we're talking about. Destiny 2 was pretty notorious early on for predatory practices when it came to microtransactions, and Overwatch might as well trademark loot boxes. Long story short, Black Ops 4 doesn't feel like it's begging for your money after you've already purchased the game. Okay, now we're actually gonna talk about the game. I'll get the regular multiplayer out of the way first because it's the easiest part to talk about. My opinion of that hasn't really changed since the beta because it's completely fine. Fans of the series are going to love it because it's mostly the same as always, but fine-tuned enough to stand above the last handful of entries. The specialists feel mostly the same. Once you find out which one has your favorite super, you'll probably just play that one forever. I feel no desire nor pull to play as anyone else aside from one, maybe two specialists, and that's disappointing. You are recommended to play through the quote-unquote Specialist HQ segment of the game, which is this game's replacement for a campaign. Here you thought this game was multiplayer only, but nope! You can play through a tutorial with each character while Mason obnoxiously yells fuck a lot. Then play against some bots for practice for multiplayer. It's laughably thrown together, and some of the cutscenes have some pretty stinky voice acting / writing. It doesn't even get an icon that's full-sized on the main menu. It's this little tumor on the side of the screen. I actually completely missed it the first couple times I booted up the game. Oh well. Rest easy, Specialist HQ. You were dead before you were even alive, only to be played by those anal retentive enough to 100% a Call of Duty game. Okay, now we're gonna talk about zombies. Again, I haven't played any Call of Duty Zombies mode in a very long time, and to my surprise, this one isn't overly complicated. It took me a little while to get used to actually utilizing my Vigor bottles, but once I consistently remembered that they were a thing that I had, I was popping those things left and right. The maps that are available are fun, and that's all I can ask for, because I felt like some of the maps in past games were all style, no substance. All three of the maps that come with Black Ops 4 are fun as hell and a blast in their own special way. The special unique weapons that you can get are both deadly and hilarious, especially the boat cannon gun in Voyage of Despair. I guess you could say it's a blast. The customizable classes overwhelmed me a little bit at first, but after a couple of matches, I finally understood how it worked. You have 4 perk slots assigned to different vending machines / statues, so essentially you get to pick which perks spawn on the map for you. You also get to unlock attachments for the different guns in the game mode, so that when you pick up those guns, they have the attachments you assigned to them. It's pretty cool and actually makes me want to play more and more. You can also assign each of your classes a super move that you can charge up and use during the game. These include a massive thunder hammer, a whip sword / blunderbuss combo, and a handful of other awesome weapons. What all this boils down to is the fact that even though you've only got a few maps to choose from, the possibilities for how you play them is virtually endless. There's also a special map that you can get with the Black Ops Pass, which is just a remake of 5 from Black Ops, and I really want to play it. I just want to hear fake JFK spout one-liners at zombies. Okay. It's finally time to talk about Blackout, baby! Now, even though I'm not a huge fan of Battle Royale games in general, I get the appeal. I understand why people like them. I just haven't found one that I really liked or could get into that didn't feel massively repetitive after a couple of matches. Until now, that is. Blackout has so much stuff going on in it all the time. There are so many viable weapons, awesome pieces of equipment, land, air, and sea vehicles, and unique places to drop. Also, this mode has zombies, and they're a somewhat prominent part of the gameplay. Let me explain this. You drop wherever you want in the map, and during the course of the match, different areas become infested with zombies, and feature a mystery box. By killing all the zombies in that area, you can open the box, which is full of decent to awesome weapons, armor, first aid meds, and equipment. The zombies aren't too hard to take care of either, so if you get there and no one is around, you can really capitalize on it and deck yourself out without much effort. You can also lure people into the zombies to distract them, then kill them while they try to deal with each other like the crafty little devil you are. I should add that you can totally find awesome weapons without doing this. Zombified areas aren't the only place to locate rare items. You can find them pretty much anywhere on the map. It should be noted that this battle royale is probably the best one for playing with friends, but slightly behind Fortnite for solo play. When you're playing with buddies and can all watch each other's back, it is at the peak of online multiplayer games. When you're by yourself though, 95 out of 100 times, if you get shot first, you're probably gonna get smoked. There's almost nothing you can do to defend yourself except by being the best shot in the Wild West with whatever weapon you happen to have. You can't build. If you try to heal and get hit again, it interrupts it, although it could be a lucky first shot and then they miss every single one after that. It's the only real gripe I have with the game, but everything else is just so damn fun that it overshadows it completely. Finding the perfect weapon for where you are is fun, riding down the river in a boat with your boys/girls is a blast, and winning a match is oh so satisfying, as it always is with Battle Royale games. You can pick up perks and use them twice for short periods to give yourself an edge, like louder enemy footsteps or quieter steps for yourself. It is just straight up fun. The map is varied amongst the different locales, and I hope it gets the Fortnite treatment where it keeps changing. Maybe zombies will become a more prominent feature on the map and become almost as rampant as other enemy players. Maybe the weapons will get more wacky and we'll get stuff like the Thunder Gun or even the super moves from other modes. I haven't enjoyed myself this much with a Call of Duty game since high school, which was over 6 years ago now. Yeah, I know, somebody get my walker for me. Call of Duty feels like it's back and in a good place. Let's hope it continues this upward trend and doesn't get too pushy with those microtransactions. I'm looking at you, Activision Blizzard. Don't mess this up.
Entertainmentbuilder.com